Hello Muskan, how are you? I'm good. What about you? So we are waiting for a few more participants to join the session. This is just a warm-up question, and once we'll be having more participants and we'll move to the next question. Let's just wait for a few more participants to join. Siddharth, hi. Alright, so we are waiting for a few more participants to join. Till the time they are joining, you can have this question. This is just a basic warm-up question. We need to solve for the value of x. We can see that two of the arcs are already given as equal, where PQ arc measure is equal to QR arc measure, and angle QSR is given to you as 34. You need to find the value of x. There are multiple approaches to this problem, so I'm just waiting for the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Once any one of you is going to provide me the correct answer along with the correct explanation, we'll move to the next question then. Let's just wait for a few more participants. Sheila Devi is here. Hi Sheila. We need the value of x. Sheila, I think you are aware of this question. We did this before also. So let's just wait for a few more participants to join. I'll be giving the explanation directly then. Okay. Sheila says arc are equal, so then angles are also equal. Angle at a semicircle must be equal, right? So QSR is 34, so angle in a semicircle, angle sum. So what is the answer? The answer for x is going to be how much? Answer is 22. Yes, you are right. Alright, Sheila. So is there anyone else who is going to give the explanation for this one? Because Sheila has shared one of the approach already. There is one more approach for this one. Okay. I'll be explaining this. We'll move to the next question then directly, okay? Let's see. Here it is PQ. This is given to us that PQ, this arc measure PQ is equal to QR, right? And we can see that angle subtended by QR is 34. So as the angle measures are arc measures are same, so we can see that this is also going to be equal. This is 34, so this is also 34. So together they are going to be 68, right? Now this PS is nothing but the diameter. This is the explanation given by Sheila already. So is PS is the diameter, then angle PRS is going to be 90 degree, because we know that angle subtended by a semicircle at the circumference is the right angle, right? So this is of 90 degree. Using the angle sum property in the triangle, we can solve for the value of x, and x is going to be 22. Second approach, which I have mentioned, that this is nothing but the angle subtended by the arc at the circumference. So this is the angle subtended at the center, or we can say angle measure of an arc, right? So if this is 34, this is going to be double of 34, it's 68. Similarly, as QR and PQ are equal, so this is also going to be 68. Now same here we do have x, so this rs is going to be double of x, so it's 2x. Now as this entire arc is representing the semicircle, so we can do the addition of all of these arcs, so which is going to give me 2x plus 68 plus 68 is equals to 180 degree, and your answer on solving this is going to be 22. So x is equal to 22 is the right answer, guys. Okay, we'll move to the next question directly, and let's see how many of you can solve that question. Let's have anything else. Give me a minute. Let's have this one. We need to solve for the value of x and y here, and this is x. It is visible to you like this is x, this is y. We need to solve for the angle measure of x and y. Take your time, think about it, and I'm just waiting for correct answer along with the correct explanation, guys. So don't just throw your answer in the comment box. I do need the correct explanation for this. So let's see how many of you can do that. Anyone with the correct answer? What happened, guys? This is very simple, very basic. We have done this before all. Half of the difference between the corresponding arc is going to be used here. Then the exterior angle intersection of the chord. Okay. Exterior angle property of the triangle we can use directly. Chemistry is saying x is equal to 28. Okay, chemistry, but what is your approach for it? As Sheila has mentioned her approach, she is going to give the answer soon. But if you are new to the channel, you must be aware of it that we don't need answers only, we need the explanation along with the answers. P is 86. P is not 86. Chemistry P is not 86. You need to check your logic. Sheila, do you have any answer for this? Because we need to go for the next question. I'm just waiting for one of the user at least to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Then we'll move to the next one. Manish is here. Manish saying x is equal to 28. Maybe he's writing for x only. I am expecting that. And what about y? For y, Sheila Devi has given the answer. Similarly, x, we have Nomani who says x is 28, y is 36. Just use linear pair and angle sum property. All right. Okay, so we do have 3 to 4 users who has given the correct answer. Now I'm going to give the explanation and let's see if we can solve this without using linear pair and any other properties. So we do have the very first thing. If this is 122, we can solve for this angle. This is 58, right? Using linear pair, which is correct. Now for this particular triangle, if I would say 86 is going to be the exterior angle and this x and 58 are going to be two interior angles, correct? and we know that sum of the two interior angle is equal to the exterior angle. So x plus 58 is directly going to be equal to 86. So using this, I can solve for the value of x directly. X is going to be 28 degrees. Yes. Chemistry, cyclic, for cyclic quadrilateral, the property is that the opposite angles must be supplementary. Opposite angles are not equal. So if this is 86, this must be 94, so that on addition they will be giving you 180 degree, right? I hope it is clear to you now. Now similarly here for this triangle, if this much angle is 58, so this is going to be 58, right? So using the same property that we have used for the above triangle, we can write like for y plus 58, it's going to be interior angles and is equal to 94. So y is going to be 94 minus 58, and your answer is going to be 36 for y. X is 28, y is 36. That's it. I hope it is clear to all of you. We'll move to the next question. Angle P plus y plus q, 180. P. Okay, you are talking, look, what happened in chemistry here. You are talking about this angle, right? And I was understanding it as this angle. So now the thing is, you need to clarify that which P you are talking about. So instead of writing P, you could have said QP something or QPM, right? QPM for this, and this is something else. Okay, don't worry. However, your approach was correct. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Let's see how many of you can do that. Pinky, this is not the first question. This was the second question. We'll move to the next question. Let's see how many of you can do this. I can see there are more new users today. So we are just practicing the previous question that we have already discussed in one of our previous session. I want Sheila and Pinky to give the answer for this question as soon as possible, so that everyone else can learn. We need to solve for the value of h here, guys. And the thing which is given to us that AP is the tangent of the circle, and this PC is a secant. Random is here. Now finally random is saying 15 square is equal to 10 into 17 plus h. So h is equal to 5.5. Okay. Tangent secant theorem. Pinky is also right. Random is right. Sheila Devi has given the correct explanation, we can say. Great. Okay. Anyone having any doubt? Because random dude Sheila Devi and Pinky has already given the answers, like they have given the correct approach. The correct answer is 5.5. Okay, I'll give you a brief explanation for this. We'll not take that much of time. We'll move to the next question then. Yes, Pinky, 5.5 is right. This is a tangent, right? There is a theorem, tangent secant theorem, which says square of the length of the tangent, which is 15 here, square of the length of the tangent, 15 square, is equal to length of the secant, which is this length, this entire length, which is going to be 10 plus h plus 7. So it is going to be h plus 17. So it is square of the length of the tangent is equal to the product of the length of the secant with its external segment, which is 10. So external segment is 10. Now solve this equation using the theorem. We'll have formed this equation, and solving this equation you will be getting the answer as 5.5 for h. That's it. We'll move to the next question, guys, directly then. Let's see how many of you can do that. I don't know we have discussed this before or not. Maybe on not on this channel. We have discussed it somewhere else. Wait a minute. Let's have this one. We need to solve for the value of x here also. Everything is given to you. The quadrilateral you can see is the cyclic quadrilateral, and for you guys to, so that you can give the explanation easily, we have done this on this channel. Random, are you sure? I know. Okay, just then give the fast explanation as soon as possible. Give the explanation. I'll just name it out. I'll name the points as A, B, C, D. Whatever the explanation you guys have, you can give. There are multiple approaches for this question, so you can have me with anyone. Then we'll move to the next question for sure. We need to find the value of x. Pinky saying 12x plus 180 minus 2x. Okay, that is correct, we can say. X is not 15, Sheila. X is not 15 and we did this problem before. Please check your logic. X is not 45 also. Random. I don't know where you have made a mistake. AOC is going to be 180 plus 8x. AOC can't be 180 plus 8x. Please check your logic, guys. Pinky is right. X is equal to 80. Okay, no worries. The thing is, Black Avenger has given the explanation for the first question. Okay, Black Avenger, we are at the third question. Maybe you are still at the first. Just, yes, Random, you are now right. Okay, yes, you are right. DOA is 180 minus 3x. We have multiple approaches for this, right? So what I am going to use here, I'll be doing, what should I do? Okay, I'll take this. If this is 6x, I can solve for this particular angle, right? This would be 180 minus 6x, correct? This entire angle, because opposite angle of the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Then this center angle, if I will be joining this, right, this center angle is going to be how much? This is going to be double of it, like 2 into, I can write it as 2 into 180 minus 6x, this angle 2 into 180 minus 6x, and along with this I do have this x, and this is also going to be x because it is an isosceles triangle. So using the angle sum property for this triangle, this central angle is 2 into 180 minus 6x. Along with this we do have this x and x. I can equate it to 180 degree, and solving this equation, yes, solving this equation will be getting the value of x as 18 degree. It was not 15, it is 18. I hope it is clear to you. There are multiple approaches, guys. You can prefer whatever you want to do. You can use opposite angles, supplementary property of the quadrilateral, right? That's completely fine. Let's have the next question, and I'm going to give you one more new question this time. I think this is not discussed. This has not discussed on this channel. Wait a minute. Maybe this is not discussed on any of the channels. Okay, let's have this. We need to solve for the value of x, guys. This is new, I think. Yes, Pinky. Yes, you are right. This has not been discussed before in any of the channels. Actually, I forgot all the time that this part is already. No, this part, this much is already only blue. This one, which is looking like a blue, this is only blue. That would be considered as a green. This is darker green, and this is light shaded green, we can say. The blue shaded area is given to you as 76.5 pi. Radius of the circle is given to you as 9. And one more thing which is given, that AB is equal to CD. You need to solve for the value of x. By exterior angle of the quadrilateral, okay, P plus. Black Winter, you are solving for which problem? Yes, O is the center, Pinky. For sure, O is the center. You need to solve for the value of x, guys. Black Avenger is at the previous question, which is correct. Explanation is correct. He has given the explanation for the second question also. Okay. No worries. We are at the next question and I'm waiting for the correct explanation for this question. After this, we'll discuss that trapezium question which I have just shared on my other channel. I want you guys to learn about that property also. Alright, we have one user to give the answer already. Along with the explanation, random dude, 81 minus 76.5 is going to be area of this. So AOC is going to be 4.5, angle is going to be 20. Okay, he used his approach. His approach is also correct. Let's see if any one of you can come up with any other approach. What random dude has done here, he has solved for the area of this sector first, right? And using the area formula of the area of the sector, Pinky, you should not stuck there. It's very simple. Like if we have a circle, right? Whatever the angle we do have for this is out of the complete angle, right? So it's always going to be either I'm talking about this or I'm talking about the major sector. The area is going to be angle of that sector upon 360 into pi r square. It's as simple as that, right? It's going to be part. It's theta upon 360 is representing that part of the circle, and pi r square is representing the entire circle. Sector formula, it's not a sector formula, it's a basics. If I'll be saying I'll having like a circle and I'm dividing it into half, so these can also be treated as a sector. So for that, if I'm going to use the formula, it is like pi r square by 2. But if I'm using the sector formula, then also I'm going to get the same, because it's going to be 180 upon 360, because the angle subtended here is 180 into pi r square. This is going to give you 1 by 2 only, which is nothing but the formula for the semicircle, right? Vivi is here. Hi Vivi. Guys, I'm waiting for any other. I'm waiting for one more participant to give the answer. Don't write the answer directly. Rajveer is saying 80, but I don't know how. Sheila has already mentioned 80, but how? I want to know your approach, guys. Don't write the answers only. We'll be having One more session today, maybe tonight. Okay, no worries. 17/18. VV is giving he's writing his approach. His approach is something different. I use sector formula, Sheila. Okay. I'm waiting for Black Avengers because he's not here, I think. Or he might be writing his entire explanation in one single comment. Alright guys, I think we had given enough of time for this question. I'll move to the explanation part then. I can't wait for that much. We have to move for the next question then. Okay. What we have done here, I can do solve for the area of the entire circle, right? We are given with this. This is 9. So area of the entire circle is going to be 81 pi. Right? So this much portion is 76.5. I can solve for this part, right? The shaded region. What exactly random dude has done. Bhardwaj is saying the answer directly, which is 80 degree, but I don't need the answer. I need the explanation, yeah. I don't know what you guys are thinking of me again and again. So this shaded area is going to be how much? This is going to be 4.5. Yes, 4.5. Subtract 76.5 out of 81 pi. So you'll be getting it as 4.5. So this area is 4.5. Right? So I can say, yes, angle at a center is 20 degree. You are right. This 4.5 pi is a part of this entire circle, which is 81 pi. So I can directly multiply it by 360 to get the angle, because the entire circle angle, full angle is 360, complete angle, right? So 4.5 divided by 81 into 360 will give you 20 directly. So your angle at the center is 20 degree. And now it is very clear that OA is equal to AC because they are the radius. And further they had given that AB is also equal to CD. So AB is also equal to CD, which means this entire side length is equal to this. So this is going to form an isosceles triangle, right? So if it is isosceles triangle, you can solve for this base angle must be equal. This is also going to be X. Using that property, you will be getting the value of X as 80 degree. So the answer for the value of X is 80 degree. I hope it is clear to every one of you. Dr. Satish Panchal, X is equal to 22. Maybe Dr. Sir, you are at the previous question. We have moved to the next question. Bhardwaj, you are right. 340 is the angle degree of this. You can use that also. You can solve for this angle and then subtract 340 from 360 to get this angle 20 degree. That is also correct. That's why I mentioned there are multiple approaches. Correct. Black Avenger has already given the answer for this one. It is correct. DAC is equal to 2.5x. Where is DAC? DAC. Okay, that's correct. DAC plus DAO. Sunil, hi. Okay, so this is also correct, guys. You can go through the comment of Black Avenger. His explanation is also correct. We can use that approach also. Let's move to the next question and wait a sec. We have this question, guys, and for this question I don't want Pinky and Shushila and Black Avengers to give their answers. I want others to participate and let them do this first, and once they are going to be did I missed any comment? No. Let them try and let's see if they can do this. Yes, ratio of the areas is okay. Yes, that's correct, Vivi. No, Sheila, no, you cannot. Whomsoever were there in the previous session on my other channel and they have attempted this question, I have given the explanation for this one. They should not give the explanation for this. Let others do this. Let them try. And once I'm going to say, you can give the explanation then. Okay, we'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes. I will not wait for that much. Guys, ABCD is a trapezium. It is given to you. AB is parallel to CD. It is also given because for trapezium we do have two of the sides as parallel. Let me just draw it for you guys. This is AB. Let's say I'm just making a trapezium. The figures are not drawn up to the correct scale for sure. AB and CD are parallel and these two sides BC and AD are non-parallel sides, correct? What we need to calculate? We need to calculate AC square plus BD square, which are nothing but the square of the length of the diagonals, right? So AC is one of the diagonal of the trapezium and BD is another diagonal. You need to find the square of the sum of the length of the diagonals. Life and joy. Hi. Adarsh, hi. Guys, I do need the explanation for this one. No one? We have Gitansh Garg. Hi. Hi Gitansh. Guys, is there no one to give the answer for this one? It has been more than 2 minutes, I think. More than 200, 564. We have BL4. 564 is incorrect. And if you are getting it as 564, I want you to give the explanation for that. However, 564 is incorrect, guys. I think in the previous session also, Black Avenger has shared his another approach for the previous question. Okay, we have Gillenoy. Yes, Sheila, Black Avenger and Pinky, you can share the theorem for this. You can give the explanation for this, guys. I think they won't be able to do this. I want you to give the explanation for this, and along with the explanation, I'll be then explain. By theorem, like Sheila, they will not be getting it. AC square plus BD square. Adarshkar, 548 is the right answer. You are right, but we need the explanation from your side. अगर सही हुआ, ये सही है, explain करो, चलो. Once you are going to give the explanation, I'll give my explanation then. It's going to be same because we are going to use the theorem here. Alright guys, you need not to give the explanation. I'm explaining because it has been more than 5 minutes already, right? Look, there is a property of a trapezium, right? Which says, and that property is valid for all of the trapeziums, right? Mainly it was derived for the isosceles trapezium, but it is valid for all of the trapezium, which says that the square of the length of the diagonals, here we need to calculate the square of the length of the diagonals, right? So this square of the length of the diagonal is equal to sum of the square of the non-parallel side. Sum of the square of the non-parallel side. What are the non-parallel side? These are the non-parallel side. Sum of the square of the non-parallel side means AD square plus BC square, right? Along with it, we are going to add we can say twice of the product of the parallel side. Twice of the product of the parallel side, which is AB and CD. AB, twice of AB and CD. Listen to me carefully one more time. It states that the sum of the square of the length of the diagonals of a trapezium is equal to sum of the square of its non-parallel side, which is AD and BC, plus twice the product of the parallel sides. Twice the product of the parallel sides. Substitute the values directly. You will be getting it as AD which is 16, so 16 square. BC is 10, 10 square plus 2AB, AB is 8 and CD is 12. And on solving this, you will be getting the answer as 548. Okay. Did I miss any of the comments? 548, 548. Yes, Adarsh, you are right. Pinky has given the correct explanation. So Pinky is asking something. I had a question, how many numbers are there till 100 which are divisible by 2 but not by... Pinky, we can discuss this question, but as it is not written on the screen, I can't discuss it for everyone, right? I'll put it on my screen or you can share your... Okay, I think Pinky has mentioned something that she is preparing for maybe IOQM, right? You mentioned it yesterday. Gilnoy, I'll explain. I'll give the explanation. Listen to me carefully. What they have said, this is a trapezium, right? And AC plus BD square are nothing but the diagonals of the... These are the diagonal. This was A, B, C, D. So AC square plus BD square is equal to... Let me just write it as D1 and D2. So D1 square and D2 square, which is representing AC and BD. This is going to be equal to sum of the square of the non-parallel side, which is non-parallel sides are AD and BC. So sum of the square of the non-parallel side, which is AD square plus BC square, plus twice the product of the parallel side. What are the parallel side? AB and CD are parallel to each other. So twice of the product of AB and CD. So twice of AB and CD. I hope it is clear. GST is right. So Pinky, you can share your question. Whatever the question you are having, you can email those questions to me. Alright guys, I have explained this twice or thrice, I think. Now let's just move to the next question. Okay. Let's see how many of you can do this. This is also going to be the new to every one of you. This is from Algebra, and I want you guys to participate well for this question. This is very easy. We are given with an expression that x plus 1 by y is equal to 1, y plus 1 by z is equal to 1. You need to solve for z plus 1 by x. Adarshkar, okay, if you are IOQM aspirants, you can share your questions to me. You can email those questions, and if I'll be finding those questions better to discuss here, then for sure I'm going to discuss those questions. Okay. Factic has given the answer as 1, but we don't need the answer, guys. I need the explanation for this. Sheila Devi has given the answer for Pinky's question, but Pinky don't need the answer. Pinky needs the explanation for that. Guys, we are at the next question. Just pay attention here. I need the correct explanation for this. We have random dude. Random dude, you were not there for the previous question. I was waiting for your answer, for your explanation for the previous question. Let y is equal to 2, x is going to be 1 by 2, z is going to be minus 1 by 2. Using hit and trial method, I don't need that. However, your answer is correct. If it is going to be an MCQ problem, your answer is correct. And random dude has given the correct explanation, guys, already. Okay, so we'll move to the next question directly then. One hoga, I think. No, one. If you think, then I don't need it. If you say it is one, okay. So this x is going to be how much? Because we need 1 by x, we can solve for the value of x from here, right? X is going to be 1 minus 1 by y, which is going to be y minus 1 upon y, and I need 1 by x, so I can write it as y upon y minus 1, right? This is for the value of 1 by x. Similarly, for z, I can write like this: y can be 1 minus y, and z is going to be reciprocal of it, so it is going to be 1 minus 1 upon y. Now I need the addition for this, right? My z is 1 upon 1 minus y, plus this is y upon y minus 1. We can make the denominator equal, right? If I want to take this as common, I can take the negative sign common from this or from this. That's completely up to you. If I'm going to take the minus sign common, this will become 1 minus y, and this sign will turns to negative sign. So now in the numerator and denominator, we both have 1 minus y upon 1 minus y, which on simplification will give you answer as 1. Okay, that's it. Sheila, I have explained. I think it is clear to you. It's very simple. No need to give the explanation, Adarsh. I have explained it already. We'll move to the next question then directly. Let's see how many of you can do that. Let's have this. Black Avenger has given the explanation. Okay. We need to solve for the shaded region area. We can see there is a quadrant. It is a rectangle for sure. This is the quadrant, right? And its dimensions are given as 5 and 5. We need to solve for the shaded area. Shaded area is nothing but the area of the circle. And I am waiting for the correct answer along with the correct explanation, guys. Take your time, think about it. Let's see how many of you can give the answer for this. No, you can see that Arshdeep, it's not whole base. You can see that this length is 5. So it is going to be up to here only, right? Entire length is not 5. Okay. Sheila is saying we can use the same approach. Okay. You can use the same approach, but I need the answer right now, guys. Pinky is saying 25 plus 5 minus r square is equal to 5 plus r square. Okay. So what is the value of the r? What value of the r we are going to get from this? 6.25 into 22 by 7. You need not to give the answer in decimal. You can keep the answer in terms of pi, guys. R का वैल्यू निकल जाएगा, निकाल के बोलता हूँ. ओके आदर्श, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर द वैल्यू ऑफ R from your side. Okay, we do have two users. Rao, as usually, is just giving his answer only. Rao, you just above your comment, you can see two of the users, and they are not the new users also like you. They are writing the explanation along with the answers. And I don't know what has happened to you. I don't need your answer. Adarshka, you're right. Okay. See, I'm going to explain. Random dude has given the correct explanation. Black Avenger has already given the correct explanation. See here, guys. If I'm going to join this, Rao, 66-year-old, if your brain is working fine, why your hands are not working? You should give the answers faster than them. That age is just a number, right? Okay, now see. This could be a right angle triangle. So this is 5, this is up to here, this is going to be 5, but this is R, right? So the entire hypotenuse is going to be 5 plus R. And what about this? This much length, right? This portion, this length is R. This entire length is 5. So the remaining portion length is going to be 5 minus R. So this length is going to be 5 minus R. Now apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle, and using the Pythagorean theorem you will be getting the value of R as 5 by 4, or you can rewrite it as 1.25 also, as Adarsh has mentioned, right? So you have the value of R. You can solve for the area of the circle directly, which is pi R square. So pi 5 by 4 square, which is going to be 25 by 16 pi. So this is the right answer, which is the exact answer I have, right? So you guys were correct. Pinky and Adarsh, Rao, Random, Black Avengers, they have given the correct answers. Okay, we'll move to the next question, guys, and let's see how many of you can do that. Just give me a minute. This is going to be the last question for today's session. We are given with the condition that all circles have same radius, and we need to calculate the blue shaded area. Yes, Pinky, you can see that. This is the center of the semicircle. It is represented here. And this is joined. So this is the radius only, right? So it is 2. All the circles, or we can say all the semicircle, have the same area. Duck says hi. Hi, Duck. Welcome. Take your time, think about it, and give me the correct answer along with the correct explanation, guys. We have Porsche. Porsche says 8. Duck is also saying 8, but Duck hasn't given any of explanatory comment. Pretty easy. Yes, Black Avenger is correct. Yes, Adarsh, sure. Again, we do have now 66-year-old person who is writing 8 only. He has managed to write 8. That's more than enough for me. Like, I'm considering it, this is a true fact. Sunil is saying 8, half of the circle area minus half area of circle, half of the circle area plus area rectangle. Okay, all right. 8 is the right answer, guys. Factic has given the correct answer along with the explanation. That's correct. All right, Nuhel is here who says shaded area. It seems like why you are copying it from somewhere else, right, Nuhel? You are writing it in latex. Is there any need to write in latex? It's looking like a copy paste thing, something like that, right? You have choose the latex format, but why you are choosing the latex format? For sure, it has been copied from somewhere else. You have yes. I'm on PC. I'm also on PC. You can't fool us. Okay, that's completely your choice. I don't mind it. All right, guys. So let's see. Porsche looks like yes, Porsche, you are right. See, this is 2. If I'm going to join this is also going to be 2. If I'm going to join this is going to form a rectangle here, right? So the width of the rectangle is 2, and this is going to be 2 plus 2. This is 4. The length of the rectangle is 4. Now, in order to solve for this particular area only, what I can do, I can find the area of the triangle and subtract the area of these two quadrants. These two quadrants are nothing but these two quadrants are, so the area of the rectangle is 4 into 2, 8, minus subtracting these two quadrants will together form a semicircle, right? So it could be pi r square by 2, pi 2 square by 2. So it's going to be 2 pi, right? On simplification, this is 2 pi. So what is this 8 minus 2 pi? It is the shaded, this much shaded region only. Now if I'm going to talk about this semicircle, for this I can write like pi r square. What is the radius? Radius is 2, because they have mentioned that all circles have same radius. So it's going to be pi 2 square by 2, which is also going to give you 2 pi. So we do have 2 pi as positive, this one is negative, they will get cancelled, and your answer is going to be 8. Noel, you are right. Okay, all right, guys. We can have one more question, I think. Kapil is here. Hi, Kapil. I'll give you one more question, guys, then. And let's see. How many of you can do that? I don't want to. There is one question I don't want to get it discussed today. I want to discuss it tomorrow. No, Adarsh, I have given so many of new questions today. I have discussed on this channel and on my other channel. So I want that for tomorrow. Because today I think I have given one of the concept already. Let's have this one. I have discussed this on another channel. We have done this on other channels, so I want Pinky and Sheila and Black Avengers to not share your answers for this. Guys, I need the answers up to 1 decimal place. Kapil, are you writing the answer for this question? Quick, your answer for was 8. 8 was for previous question. That is correct. But you guys need to refresh your screen because we are at the next question right now. Porsche, you were there. I have shared this question today only. I don't think you were there. Okay, Kapil. I got your answer for that. Maybe you were there, I think, yes. Could be the possibility. I don't remember. Sometimes I don't even remember that whether I have shown this question in this channel or my other channel. So that's how. 52.1 is incorrect, Adarsh. Just give the answer in 1 decimal place, or you can give the answer rounded off to nearest whole. It's a square. Yes, it's a square. I have mentioned side of the square is 12. Others, you are asking the channel name. I don't want it to share actually. Let it be, because then you guys will be there also, and I don't want the audience, same audience for both the channel. Somehow few of the users are already there. I don't know how they got to know. Maybe due to 1 or 2 collaborated videos or collaborated post maybe. 2.63 is not the right answer, Porsche. The answer start with the 4. Yes. Porsche. Porsche is throwing hints. 2.63 is incorrect, Nuhel. Nuhel is incorrect. 112 is incorrect, Sunil. We have ZST. It's 43.343, which is correct. Okay. There is no secret for this, Vikram. I have shared post. I have shared the link there in my post, so that's why you got to know about it. Vikram, you were there. You were not there today. You were absent for that session, I think, today. You were not there. Others, you can go through my channel. There is a video link. You can go. You will get the name of the channel easily, right? Go to the post tab. There are so many posts, and along with that, we do have a video link. Yes, there also this was the last question, I think. You were late, maybe. Okay, guys, only one of the user has given the answer, but the explanation was quite ambiguous. Black Avenger. Black Avenger has to give the explanation for this now. For those who were there on the evening session, they can throw their explanation right now, because I think only one user has given the explanation, and that explanation was quite ambiguous. Can you post trigonometry question today? Okay, I'll try. It's already 9. I have to find some questions, better questions, because you guys are getting good day by day. You are doing these problems like you are very quick these days. 43 is the correct answer. Black Avenger has given the answer rounded off to 2 decimals. No, rounded off to nearest whole. ZST has given the correct explanation. Great. Thanks for that. What about Adarsh? 44 minus 24.64 pi. No, 24.64 is not the correct answer now. 144 is correct, but along with that, it is not going to be 24.64. Okay, guys, I think I have to give the explanation now because it has been so long already. Around 144 minus 33.64. 33.64 is also not correct. That is not correct. Sheila Devi, your explanation is correct. You're writing it correctly. Okay, I'll explain, guys. Don't panic. See, this side is 12, right? Side of the square is 12. So every side is going to be 12. So these semicircles are going to be of diameter 6 and 6. And their radius might be going to 3, right? So radius of these semicircle is 3. Now think about this. Let's suppose the radius of the bigger circle is capital R. If I'm going to join the center, this point and this point, what this length is going to be? Up to here it is capital R and this much portion is 3. So this is going to be R plus 3. Right? Let's erase this one. What about this entire length? This entire length is of 12, right? This much portion is R. Then the remaining length is going to be 12 minus R. Right? This is 12 minus R. And this is nothing but the radius of the semicircle. This would be 3 only. Now use the Pythagorean theorem. It's R plus 3 square is equal to 12 minus R square plus 3 square. And using this, you'll be getting the value of R as 4.8. So your R is going to be 4.8, which is the radius of the bigger circle, right? Radius of the bigger circle is 4.8. Radius of the smaller semicircles are 3. Quick, 113.3 is not correct. Now 144 minus 32.464 is also not correct. 32.04 is the right answer, I think. Okay, now what else we can do? We can solve for the area of the square, which is 12 square, 144. Subtract the area of this circle, which is pi r square, so pi into 4.8 square. And what about this? This is 3. But there are two semicircles, and combining two semicircles, we can get a circle, right? So it's going to be pi r square. It will be pi 3 square only. So on solving this, you will be getting an answer up to 2 decimal places. If you are solving, it is going to be 43.34, right? Or if it is rounded off to nearest whole, it is 43. 43 square units is the right answer, guys. And I hope it is clear to every one of you. Anyone having any doubt in this question, please let me know. Viviz is saying okay. All right, guys. I don't get the last part. Where? Okay, this one. Okay, I'll explain this part. Okay. For shaded region, we need to solve. What we need to do? We need to subtract these two semicircles and this circle, right? We have solved for the radius. This was 4.8. So out of the square, which is 12, side of the square is 12. The area of the square is going to be 12 square, right? Yes, Rao, now you are correct. So it's going to be 12 square, which is 144, area of the square, minus area of the circle, this circle, it's going to be pi r square, which is pi into 4.8 square, because r of this bigger circle is 4.8, and minus these two semicircles. These are the two semicircles of the same radius, right? So together, if I'm going to join them, so it can be rewritten as a circle. They can be considered as a circle, right? So if I'm going to consider them as a circle, so I can use the formula pi r square for them also. So, and the radius of these semicircle is nothing but 3. So it's pi 3 square. Solving this, you'll be getting the answer as 43.3334 something, right? I hope it is clear to you now, guys. Please try to post a trigonometry question. Try. Please. I'll try. I actually want to like discuss like statement questions also, guys. But the thing is, uh, you can see right now I'm having a live, which is which is vertical in style, right? It is like in a portrait mode, we can say. If I'm going to keep my word live in horizontal mode, I don't think I'll get that many of participants in my live, and I want at least 100 of the participants to be there every day. So if I'm going to make sure, not today or maybe not this month, maybe in upcoming months we'll be having horizontal lives, and for those we'll be discussing statement questions for sure, right? Because screen would not be my limitation at that time, so we'll be discussing lengthy questions there. Okay, so till then we are going to enjoy these kind of sessions every day. We'll be having these sessions for sure, and for today this is more than enough, I think. And maybe today tonight at 10 or maybe after 10 I can have one more session, but those who are joining from day one, those who are not new to this channel, they need not to join, because I'll be discussing all of the questions that we have discussed before. It would be all of the stuff we have discussed from the circle. So maybe after 10:15 or maybe 10:30, it could be the maximum time. So we'll be discussing all of those questions. It's going to be a rapid fire round, 1 hour at least I'm going to have. But for every question, I'm not going to give at least more than 1 minute. So because we have discussed those questions already, we'll keep it simple and short. 1 minute for every question, and I need the answers. Okay. All right, guys. Till then, take care. Bye bye. I hope to see you in the next one tomorrow at the same timing. Or you else can join tonight also if you want to. Take care. See you.